You know what gets me, man, now? When I look at, like, not celebrities, when I look at artists of today that have got big followings, yeah? You know, like Drake or Weeknd or whatever, even Bieber, you know, Taylor Swift. Think about the artists of the 80s and 90s. Like, take Michael Jackson. People were fainting at his concerts. We were just standing there. Fainting. Yeah, grown men.
Beatles as well, man. The same thing.
That's what I was going to say. They even went back into Elvis Presley.
Beatlemania. Do you reckon the mania is still there, the hysteria?
You mean to that?
Yeah, there is.
Well, didn't it happen with things like One Direction and stuff like that?
Yeah. Were they losing their minds over that shit?
Yeah,
I think so. I think so. Bieber was the same.
Look,
he had that hype.
I know with One Direction because some of the younger girls,
like my niece
and all that. Oh my God! They were reacting like that with them. They'd go nuts. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is it still the same now?
I don't know if it's after that, if it's still...
I haven't seen anything post-Bieber, no. There was a bit of momentum.
Now, things like...
When I think of the biggest...
Taylor Swift.
When I think of the biggest...
That's what I was going to say.
Taylor, stuff like that.
The biggest stars of today, like if you had to have a top 10
Swift,
of the biggest
Swift
build stars, was Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Drake, The Weeknd.
Not Beyonce anymore.
Yeah, she is. She's still there. Yeah.
Reckon?
Yeah.
I think she's a little...
It's dropped, but she's still there, man. And that's what I'm saying.
Even Gaga's dropped. Man.
When you think of the hysteria that, like, Michael Jackson created there, like that was insane.
Beatles was probably worse or the same, you reckon?
Oh, Beatles was huge.
Yeah. Beatles going to America, like the first off the plane, girls just screaming.
Even coming to Australia, wherever they went.
They were in Australia.
Psychotic.
Mate, don't you remember that scene? Again, you're going to say fucking Kiss.
Oh, here we go.
But remember that when they came in the 80s, man? See the street, man? It was like...
Yeah, even when they came here, you know...
1980.
When they were at their peak.
How do you find a way to, like, monkey wrench and spanner and kiss it, like, every conversation? Like, my mum made this spanakopita. You know Gene Simmons
made spanaki.
made spanaki.
You know why? Because Kiss has spunk.
I don't get it. Exactly, of your lip, man. One of these ones.
Yeah, you've been to the last concert. Shut your mouth.
I did.
All of you have been to the fucking concert. Shut all of your mouths.
I have.
You haven't been to the last concert. You've been to like Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane. What are you going to say? Nothing. Sit down and shut up.
What do you mean, man? I'm just saying.
Hang on. Do you have a Kiss frame in your house?
The one you got me.
Yeah, exactly. So shut up.
The one you got me.
In every house he had it, all right?
Who do you reckon, honestly, out of, like, say, the last 40 years or whatever, who do you reckon the biggest hysteria artists have been?
Last 40 years?
Or, like, just put it in your collective memories. I mean, we're not going to go back to the Beatles of the 50s.
What was ABBA like?
Yeah, that was...
Was ABBA big?
ABBA was big.
I'm going to get my mum in to do a podcast. My mum's come in and done a podcast with me, but I'm going to get her in again, and I want to take her through every decade of her life and figure out the biggest hysteria.
Some were bigger than others, or maybe lasted longer than others.
But Bay City Rollers.
I was about to say that one.
Bay City Rollers.
Even in the early 70s,
mid-70s, 1975.
You ask in particular girls in that time, they were fainting over these guys.
There was this Scottish band called Bay City Rollers.
I saw them. I remember my man told me a story. He went to the Bay City Rollers with his mate.
Because that was peak glam rock era.
Yeah, he goes, they were front and center. And he goes, the sweat, they'd gone out, like they left wherever the gig was, and they were sitting on the sidewalk drinking like ice cold Cokes at like 1 a.m. And he goes, the sweat off their bodies and their clothes because they were in the mosh or whatever was like creating steam. Yeah. They were just in the middle of like 1 a.m., pitch black. You just see they looked like they were illuminated under like a light bulb. Bay City Rollers.
So they were big. Kiss was big. Kiss was huge.
I'm not saying Bay City Rollers was like Michael Jackson.
ABBA, if you go through stages,
they had at one stage for a limited time. They were massive.
Yeah.
So there's some artists through time that have had peak. It's obviously it's people like the Beatles or Michael Jackson, all that, they've had it bigger, longer time, more sustained.
Oh, they're still selling albums.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Every time some anniversary edition comes out, it's over. Every time something goes viral with one of their songs, all of a sudden they're back in the top 10.
And don't you love how everyone's like, oh, he's still alive, or, someone's died like Tupac, oh, they're still alive. And, there's always like someone, oh, he's still alive, here's someone that looks like him,
People entertain those stupid theories longer than accept an AI artist that's creating something that's in their legacy.
Yeah, true, hey.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. They
Move
literally
on.
come up, yeah, man, 100%. 100%.
So you should forget about Kiss.
Never! Man.
I don't know.
Come on, man.
Nah. I don't know. You know what it's like? It's like, what band was it the other day I was reading about?
Striker.
Nah. It was a band
Slaughter.
It was a band that was really into like 20 years ago. And since then, their lineup has just chopped and changed so much. I think it's the lead singer that might still be around, or maybe the guitarist. And I just thought, could I get into I thought maybe I should get one of the later albums to get into them. Like, yeah, but it's not the same. You can't. Even In Flames is like that. I was looking at them actually.
Okay. Was that the band? No, which band were you thinking?
In Flames has chopped and changed a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet they've still got the core of the main.
Nah, the lead guitarist is gone. He's the one that was responsible for most of the music. Yeah, how can you
They've
get
still
back
got
into
the singer.
it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But even if they got rid of the front man, how can you still... It's
No, look, obviously some bands, for the sheer fact that a front man or singer, is the voice of the band, literally, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the front man's the hardest.
When you lose that, it's hard to get into them, even though there are some bands where the soul of the band is, the guitarist or the bass player or the drummer or, So we get that, but some bands can evolve. Some just can't. You know what I mean?
Do you reckon the Stones could have evolved if, say, Keith Richards dropped out 10 years in?
See, they lost their bass player.
They replaced him like a week later.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
The bassist, man.
Yeah, man.
It's because he's the bassist.
I know it only happened more recently. They lost their drummer. He was very important to them and everything, but still, they got another drummer. They moved on.
Here's a question. Metallica. If Lars Ulrich had, left in the 80s, after the third album.
I wouldn't even blink, man.
Yeah, man. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious?
That's what I'm trying to get at. See, for me, you look at a band like Dream Theater, Portnoy, or you look at Tool with Dana Carey, or you look at Rush with Neil Peart. Those drummers, they're like soul of the band.
Super essential.
You lose them, it's like, what the fuck's going on, man? But for me, Lars... Yeah, I know he was the mouthpiece of the band and that, but he is a shit drummer, man.
He's a shit drummer, man.
Yeah. I wouldn't have blinked if they got another drummer. No worries.
I was listening to, what song was it the other day? And you could just hear him just... I was like, fuck me, he really is actually fucking average, man.
So there you go. So it depends on the band, who that person is and what they mean to them, how they fit into the equation.
So if you're going to talk about with George, who's essential, it's like, if you lost that, the guy who plays like Clarino, would it be the same?
It's picturing me as some old wog, mate.
The Clarino is essential. Do you know what Clarino plays?
Guitarists.
Clarino players are serious.
Clarino players get paid.
Oh,
you have any idea? My old lady, when my sister got married, I came home. I was on the bridal party. I was at my brother-in-law's house.
Someone played Clarino at your son's wedding, right? Or not?
No.
Malaga, I was at my brother-in-law's house, his parents' house, getting ready with him. And my sister called me and said, hey, come round because I want to get some photos, before the thing. I said, all right. And we sent his cousin over, with the shoe with the money in it. And so she goes, when he's bringing the shoe over, come over and get the photos. I go, it's sweet. So we get there, and the old lady set up a marquee in the backyard. Every wog I've known my whole life was there, just losing it. You know what I mean? They were either eating, dancing, drinking.
Probably there for the free booze.
Yeah, or attending to my sister and all her shit. And I've looked out the back, and there's a guy on the guitar, there's a singer, there's a guitar, there's a bouzouki player, and there's a clarino player going nuts. Dude, clarino players are the front man. They're worth their weight in gold in Greece there.
Because they're so fucking loud. That's why literally they'll be you hear this just come out of nowhere, man, with a left hook. Yep. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep, with the left hook.
No lubrication, nothing, man. Just straight in.
Yeah, but you G up when you hear it. Don't you?
No,
you would for sure.
Oh, yeah.
100%. I could see him get up now.
His hairs will just
yeah, right now the hairs on the back of his neck are standing up.
Shut up.
For the record, he pointed at Andrew.
Yeah.
I don't know, sing.
No, I'm just saying. It's because of who we are.
Imagine a metal band with Cladino.
I'm guaranteed.
I'm sure there
has to be.
There has to be.
Guaranteed.
There's so many.
But have you heard one though?
There's so many Greek metal bands now, man.
I bet you Rotting Christ has a song somewhere with a Cladino in it.
His face.
He's doing his cross.
No, but there's so many bands that incorporate like traditional instruments. Like System of a Down would have a clarinet if they could. Guarantee
That would be pretty sick. I've never heard it though. I'm going to suss it.
I'm going to look one up.
Yeah.
It's got to be one somewhere, yeah.
Oh, well, it's just blending of genres.
Yeah, that's it.
You can find it on that.
I feel like that belongs in NASA.
Yeah, man. It's probably got more power than like the supercomputers and
Put it on racing.com.
Yeah, he plugs it in the whole Melbourne grid.
It's probably got. He was the only one that actually bought one in 2019. Like, goes, who's going to buy this? Andrew, I will.
They had it at Optus trying to get rid of it.
Yeah. Take it, please. No one wants it.
Fucking
I'll buy that for $1.
I'm just saying, man. It's funny. It's because it's fucking big. It's the size of an A4 sheet.
It's literally, honestly, that's 6 phones.
It's an A4 piece of paper.
It is, isn't it? It's an A4, right?
It does a good job, though.
A4.
What, you're talking about the tablet or the owner?
The tablet.
Okay.
Actually, did you see that thing it went viral like over the last couple of weeks ago or whatever? Jon Bon Jovi was at a wedding and the cover band that was playing, like the
I think
band,
it was a woman who was singing.
Yeah, the woman was singing some song and Bon Jovi was in the audience and she went up to him and was like singing in his face until he stood up and like beckoned for a mic.
Yeah, he's probably thought, oh, fuck, they're filming me, aren't they? Oh, fuck's sake. Living on the Prairie. Oh, yeah, great song. Yeah.
They were huge, too.
That was huge.
Bon Jovi, pretty boy, man. The ultimate pretty boy.
Huge.
Do you reckon that's called for? Having like a guest at your wedding? Like Jimmy Barnes is at your wedding for some reason, man. Do you call the guy up to do a song? Isn't that overstepping?
No, man, 100%.
If you're invited as a guest,
no chance.
Stay as a guest.
Stay as a guest.
I thought it was unprofessional.
Would you have him singing?
No, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't. Unless, obviously, we have that relationship.
Yeah.
And I know.
You asked him beforehand?
And if I say, if you wanted to, would you? And if he says, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, but what?
Prearranged.
But not put him on the spot.
Nah,
And just go.
I disagree. I wouldn't even ask the question because if we have that, if he's a close enough guest to have at my wedding, right? As in, here's your plate, Jon Bon Jovi. There's a seating chart.
Now you better work for it.
7, Bon Jovi J. You know what I mean? Like
work for it. He even puts Bon Jovi with the band table. Like we're just
the suppliers.
Yeah.
No. If I've got him at my wedding as a guest and he's literally got a seat somewhere amongst relatives, he's a guest.
Yeah,
that's it.
I wouldn't even say to him, "Hey man, would you feel up to singing?"
100%.
Fuck that, because I'm probably calling him on my luck on the weekend. You know what I mean? Like, he's just a mate. Shit that you're a singer means nothing to me.
Yeah.
So the fact that this singer walked over to him and was singing in his face, and he eventually stands up, he's like, "All right," and he goes up to the mic and he sings the closing.
Man, I think there's a point in that video you can actually see him like.
He looks,
just like, man.
He knows.
But that's different. He got put on the spot by someone else, like the singer that you
and he
said.
probably saw the camera and like,
I would have pulled her aside. I said, "What the fuck are you doing, man? Leave the guy alone. He's trying to have his fish."
100%.
You know what I mean?
no, 100%.
On a similar topic, did you hear about that guy? He was a guest of the couple that were getting married, and because he was an amateur photographer, so he was already invited to the wedding, yeah. And they said, "Oh, do you mind? Do you want to just do some photos and stuff, like sort of like be a photographer of the day?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, I don't mind. I'll help you out." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he did, but on the day, I don't know if it was both of them or if it was just the chick. She turned into Bridezilla, and she's like, demanding him, like, this and that. And then they wouldn't even give him time to relax, sit down, and it turned into a shit show, right?
So he was
he cracked the shits. He wiped the photos that he took, and he goes, "See you later, mic drop."
done. Are you seriously? You're going to question that?
Nah.
I agree.
They deserved it, mate.
Yeah, 100%.
They deserved it.
You could have said no.
Okay, no, but what's your saying?
He could have said no.
What to do?
No, but if you're going to help and then
hang on, he's helping them out. So instead of going, I appreciate you. Don't forget, he's not getting paid either. He's doing it as a favour. He was an invited guest.
But you know what? Okay, hang on. Wait. Let's just unpack this for a second, all right? Hang on.
He even drops the key.
Here we go.
I was about to go, but now.
All right, hang on. All right. She turns into Bridezilla.
Yeah.
All right. 9 times out of 10, that's what a woman does on her wedding day. All right. Legit. Doesn't matter who she is. She's going to turn into Bridezilla. Okay. Hang on. He willingly took the assignment. He could have just said, nah, I don't want to do it. All right.
Yeah.
Could have easily said that. He said, nah, I'm going to help you out.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, go.
So he full well knows if he's already done weddings before.
He hasn't done weddings before.
All right. Be that as it may. Is he running a business as a photographer?
No.
He's an amateur. He said
It's
it
a
from the
hobby
start.
for him.
He said
He's
amateur.
not
But-
a professional photographer.
But he's a friend.
He's got another job.
He's a friend of theirs, right?
Yeah.
Perceivably, he's a friend of theirs.
Well, he was invited already.
All right, there. Can you just I get it. He was invited to the wedding.
Yeah.
So, perceivably, he's a friend of theirs.
Think about the children.
Close enough to be invited to the wedding. All right? You don't invite everyone. You invite your close friends.
Yeah.
Seemingly.
Correct.
So
He knows what the wedding photos are worth, all right, to your friends. This malak has pissed me off more than enough times. I'm not going to go and take a shit on his front doorstep just because.
Probably done that before.
Yeah, but I wouldn't tell you. There's a difference. And that's harmless. You just wipe it and
You
you
just
move
swipe
on.
and move on. Yeah, thanks.
Knowing
man.
what the photos are worth to the couple, burning them, it's one thing to say, here's what I've done for the day, take it easy, good night. It's another thing to delete them completely.
That's a bit of
Well,
spite.
she
That's
obviously
spiteful.
overstepped the mark, mate.
Nah, because you know what, man? I've helped out mates who have said, oh, do you reckon you give me a hand with A, B, and C? Whatever it is. Yeah, okay, cool. And if they're getting lippy or like whatever, I'm like, all right, this is probably the last time I'm gonna help you out. Or if I have a guffle in the end, I'm like, you know what, man, I'm done. I gotta go. You know, whatever reason, I gotta take a shit. I gotta go. That's it. And these are your friends.
I get what you're saying.
You can't, like,
but the point, from what I heard, is that
It depends on the context,
From what
man. You
I
could be
heard-
missing a
She's
lot.
slapping him around.
from what I heard, she didn't even give him like a meal. He got thirsty. She goes, no, you're working. Like she literally treated
This
him
sounds
like
like
a
an
dog.
internet meme, man.
Well, that's what I've heard. You know,
So hang on, is this a
Why is he quiet? I don't know.
no, he doesn't know.
he was part of the
this
photographer?
No, it's not people we know. I just read
No,
up.
no, no.
on
So
it.
hang on, he's talking about this couple that you actually knew, or did you just, like
No, just
read
read
about
I
it?
don't know them.
No,
You read about it? Did you see something on YouTube, or how did you find this?
No, it's on socials, man.
Whatever. It's just some argument.
No, just
It's a random.
It's look.
I
You
think-
can go in both ways, but I really do find the fact that if you're going to start disrespecting someone, if I'm going to turn around to you and say,
You do.
Anyway.
Whatever you say right now, you've already done it.
Rolled. Culture,
it's like,
man.
come
Rolled.
here.
Look, some people, I get what you're saying. I do 100%, but I get from his perspective, he obviously knew them, obviously. And suddenly for her, look,
Hang on, did he rock up there with his cameras though? Because I mean, he seemed like
What was he taking his photos
he
with?
was
His
already
hands?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So,
So why is he doing with his cameras?
He's got one of those 60s cameras with the
Leading
big
up to
lamp
the
on
wedding.
the
Oh,
top.
I wasn't prepared.
so leading up to the wedding, he's just guest on the guest list, right? And then at some point, they obviously would have said to him, "Oh, look, you know, we're thinking of, can you do this, whatever." He's like, "All right, I'll do it." But on the day, he got this so bad that he just
He was jacked of it.
and he goes, "You know what?
It would have taken a lot for this to happen.
Look, man, even then, if they're your friends to begin with and you're at their wedding, then you have to have some underlying respect. It's one thing to say,
Yeah, but hang on, if this guy's being disrespected, how's that
It's one thing
respect?
to say, I'm done with this shit and just leave the camera on the fucking next
I
to
would
the
have
cake.
taken it one further and giving them a photo of the screen saying deleted. Like with the numbers of the like, it's like 1,124 photos. Deleted.
Nasty.
Nah, that's you know why? I can tell you why it's a piece of shit, right? It's a piece of shit act. Let alone how they've treated you. The couple and the photographer are gonna go to everyone they know with this story. and now it's going to divide everyone that you know. Everyone's either going to think, yeah, good on you, they're cunts, or they're going to say you're a piece of shit. Doesn't matter how bad it was, you should just left the camera there and walked away. That's what this is.
Again, it's all about context, man. It's all about context and how what was said on the day. Like if he was like, oh, that's shit, and then he's like, oh, fine, I'm over this and delete it, then I'm like, yeah, okay, maybe you shouldn't have done that. But it feels like that bad where he's like, no, he cannot have water, you cannot eat.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
Like, no, you're not touching shit, you're working.
You in full bridezilla.
Generally, in these scenarios, there's one side of the story, there's another side of the story, and somewhere in the middle is the truth.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know, man. This guy's still stuck.
The moral of the story is...
Don't fuck with the photographer.
Don't help him. Just say, I'm going to come and give you your gift and enjoy your wedding. That's it.
And I'll have my fish. And I'll have my fish and grouse.
What do you reckon is an acceptable gift now at a wedding? Because it's just cash now.
Is it like $300?
It's just everyone just wants cash.
$400 now.
It's not, yeah, but look, it's not because everyone wants cash. Most couples now have been together for like a couple of years.
Established themselves.
They've already got everything. How many... what's it called? Crock pots and rice cookers can they have?
No, I get what you mean, but I'm just saying that
even registries are not happening anymore.
Nah,
because most people have now. Because most people have already moved out and they have their own shit. So
if I got married tomorrow, there's literally nothing I need. I've got full house.
A lot of people. Obviously, it depends whose wedding you're going to. You treat it differently, or whatever. But as a standard thing, from what I've heard, talking to a lot of people, is. Say you're getting married and you're going to a venue and the thing is, say $100 a person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That you're paying. So the sort of rule of thumb unofficially is give them at least that much. You know what I mean?
It's costing you to be there?
Yeah, something like that. You know what I mean?
At a minimum, yeah.
As a present.
As a minimum. That's what I'm saying. Now, up to you. You might give more, whatever you can afford, whatever, but...
What's the average price per head at a wedding venue?
It's more than 100 now.
Maybe like 150.
No, I just plucked the number. I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
150, surely.
So like $300 for a couple because there's say two of you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like say it was 150 per head. You know what I mean? So if I'm going with my partner,
checkbook,
you give at least $300.
He's still paying it off.
That's legit. A lot of people think like that.
He does the research before.
No, dude, he literally had it like last year. No, this year. No, last year.
My youngest son got married in December last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, last year.
How do you look? How would you feel if someone bought like a gravy boat as a gift?
Oh, I'll be happy. That'd be sick. A gravy boat.
Put it in perspective. When me and Vix got married, there was obviously a lot of nice gifts, generous gifts, or whatever. Then again, you open one up, and it's literally like a hairbrush or something like that.
Hairbrush?
Yeah, thanks.
That's taking the piss.
Yep.
Thanks, man.
There was a lot of taking the piss back then.
A hairbrush is legit? You serious? Like legit hairbrush?
Yeah.
Nah, man, you wouldn't rock up to anything at all, man. Like, a hairbrush.
I would rather turn up with nothing.
Yeah.
And that's happened too. Yeah. There's plenty of times where I know plenty of people that have come up, it's just nothing.
Yeah, I don't know how you can do it, man. I don't know how you can, feel like, oh, what a mad night, knowing that you literally rocked up with nothing, you ate their food, you drank their drink, and you left.
Look, there's no right or wrong answers here.
Well, there is.
It's
don't go. If you can't afford it, don't go.
No, I get what you're saying. Look,
just say, no, I can't make it.
Some people are not in the same position as you or me or whatever.
Don't go.
And if they can't afford... No. I don't have a problem with people coming, but... Then again, you get some people that...
So hairbrush is nice.
I know you can afford
You're
it.
flush.
You don't have any shit.
Yeah. And
what the fuck's that, man?
Yeah, correct.
You turn up with a gravy boat.
And that's why I say I come back to it being very subjective. And today's guest lists are a lot more streamlined than what our guest lists were.
Yeah. You used to fucking invite your local fucking, events in Athical.
So the people that you do invite are very selected. Because the numbers are streamlined.
Now the numbers, average weddings like 50 to 150.
Dude, back then, man, it used to be weddings 300, 350.
Yeah. Mine was 320.
The Arabs still do it.
And how many of those do you still see? Fucking 10%? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's insane. The money that was spent on that wedding. Like, 320 people at his wedding, man. That's insane.
My sister had like 2 something. Yeah. It was ridiculous.
Mate, I'm telling you now.
Everyone I've ever known.
I think I had like,
wedding. You know what I mean?
I had like 90.
Hey, you walked the dog when I was a kid.
Dude, I had 90,
You know,
man.
fuck off. Are you serious?
At your wedding, 500.
How?
Why? You feel good? Do you feel better about it? Are you more in love?
That was from my wife's side. Mate, the father-in-law, it was as if my daughter's getting married. You want to come?
You probably can't walk after that. Fucking hell.
That was huge.
That's insanity, man.
That's huge.
That's insane.
It was huge.
No 500 people?
No.
I don't. Yeah, I got 3 here. It was just,
Yeah, man.
let's start the list.
That's what I mean. The notion has changed dramatically, and for the better.
And I said, for our wedding, when I got married, I said, if we haven't spoken to them for more than a year, they're not invited. And that was the rule of
That's
thumb.
fair. That's fair.
You know what I mean? Like, if they're not going to call me, I'm not going to call them to see how they're going. No, I'm sorry, man. Why would I invite them and never see them again? Like, it's just, I think it's just stupid. Do them a favor and not invite them. But sometimes they'll be like, oh, really, do I have to go? You know what I mean? Like, I haven't spoken to them. You know, it's just like there's more money I have to spend for nothing. You know what I mean? And that's fine. You know?
You saw Andrew. You were there. I mean, for us, the people that we had were genuinely people that were connected.
Are you talking about your son's wedding? Yeah, 100%. But that's what I'm saying. That was way less than half.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
man, even he says, man, I had 90 people. Like, everyone knew each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There was
I've
no
seen that.
awkward fucking moments. Everyone knew each other because it's that circle that
Yeah,
we
you
still
could
see,
put-
you know?
Those are the weddings that are good, where you've got a table of 10 people and you have to really think about the guests. It's like, yeah, man, I can slap anyone anywhere. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
because everyone's going to get along.
Yeah, we were like that, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's what I'm saying. Well, like, fucking 500.
Oh, it's huge. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, but you know what it was? There was an element more
Novelty?
of our parents.
Yeah, novelty.
You know, they felt obligated to parts of
chest.
the
Oh,
family.
it wasn't even that. It's not even that.
No, it was more obligation of
they've
like
invited
family
you.
connections and
Yeah,
stuff.
all family
You know, they
connection.
felt duty
Bound.
to invite.
They were duty bound.
You know, Kubato so and so and cousin so and
Yeah, that's
so and
rubbish,
whatever.
And
That's
dog
evolved a
walker.
lot now. That's now
That was
changed.
legit. That's how we ended up with 5.
But that was the problem then, because everyone invited everyone, then the obligation comes. So, for instance, the dog walker invited them to their wedding, so now I have to invite the dog walker.
No, but that's
you know
what I'm
I mean?
saying. It wasn't.
rid of the
I'm
dog.
talking about,
Yeah,
I'm talking
man.
about all the people there were genuine relos.
500?
Some rent. I don't know about his, but mine was
yours.
320.
Relos, like
320.
Relos.
See, I haven't even
every
got.
single
Where you
one.
from, man? Where's your background from?
Fuck, how many kids did you have? How many kids did your
There
parents
you
have?
go.
And like,
That's
you know,
right.
like that's insane. I don't think I've I can't fill 320 with Relos, man. Like, there's
Really?
I don't know half
We
of
had
them.
320.
Yeah, but
and that-
most of
and
them in
that
Greece.
wasn't even all the relos.
That
We
was in
actually
Greece,
had
man.
Some relos weren't there.
Greece, I might be able to, maybe.
Yeah,
Not
maybe
here.
Greece, but not here, man. No way.
Yeah.
That's insane, man.
Fuck that.
Nah, 320.
Change my name, move to
So who paid for the wedding? Do you remember?
He's thinking about it.
No, there was parts of it. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
like my parents both put in to cover some of their guests, like at my sister's wedding. I remember that. Like specifically.
Don't ask George who paid for his. Oh, who paid? No, did you go half and half, or how'd that work?
For when?
Like your kids' wedding.
Well, we paid for our lot, and Smithfield paid for theirs.
And that was like literally like you both paid there, and
Yeah.
the kids obviously didn't pay.
No.
No, other than like bits and pieces.
Yeah,
maybe.
but the kids, the kids did a lot. And the only
That's
thing
what I'm
we-
saying. There's like things like fireworks and maybe that they wanted. They'll probably
yeah,
chip
all
in.
they did all the videos and
Yeah.
photos and
So they'll
Yeah,
pay for
ours
that.
was similar
but
too,
the per head, you'll
Like my
yeah,
parents
Yeah.
we gifted that.
Yeah. Well, that's 100%
you know,
most
the
of the time.
actual venue, you know, that type of thing. But then everything else, me and Vicky sorted out. You know, cars,
Yeah, see, the thing, do you know why?
suits and stuff, and the
Do you know,
flowers.
if
and
I
all
was
the-
getting married, I'd be taking it all on myself because I wouldn't want to give anyone the Kielma to have a say in what I was doing on the day, man.
True.
yeah,
I've had
I get
mates-
what you
I've had-
mean.
mate, I've had
I
mates.
just love
But
the
like
word
I said,
Gilma.
going
I've
through
had
the
mates,
time,
mate. I've had mates that have wanted to get married a specific way in a specific venue, whatever, blah blah blah, and it's like, yeah, can't. The old lady said I got to do this, or the old lady, I've got to.
no, we never had any.
We never had that.
No.
Right.
Everything was how we wanted, 100%. The only thing was that, you know, my parents and Vicky's dad as well, I just want to make sure that we've got family invited to, that's all it
Specific
was.
heads, yeah.
The guest list talking about.
Yeah.
But as far as how we did everything, 100%
Dim, we were the
how
same.
wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, my son and daughter-in-law in particular, she organised how they wanted to have the wedding and the style of what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
And when you're asked for an opinion, you give it, and whether or not they take that on board, and it's up to them.
That was a beautiful wedding, that's for sure.
We tried to make sure that we didn't want to be that interfering parent.
It's their day. It's not
you're
your day. It's their
progressive,
day.
man. That's why. You're progressive. You've got an open mind.
But you got to be.
They're
You
out
got to
there,
be.
man.
No, I agree with you.
Maybe he's too progressive.
And if I recall how they did it as well, the money that, say, my parents paid or Vicky's parents, their dad paid, that was like their wedding present.
Yeah. Yeah.
Correct.
That's basically what they're doing. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Yeah. But they never impose, but we've got to do this, we've got to do that, we've got to do that. The only thing they wanted was, like I said, everyone there was family. So it wasn't like they were strangers they were inviting or anything. So
What about the, have you seen them? They go viral every now and then. Wedding invites for like, bring your own plate, bring your own seat.
They're
Bring your own...
malakias.
It's like, what the fuck, man? Like,
Malakias.
even like parties, man. Even parties at home, get-togethers.
We were brought up to do, and probably, I think I speak collectively, if you do something, do it properly. Or don't do it at all. What are you going to say? I'm having a party, but
all
you're
I
going
have to say, this person, but especially you guys, all I have to say is Vicky.
Oh, yeah.
How would she go about
Yeah.
100%.
doing all that?
But see, that's what I've said about my 40th, yeah? Because everyone's saying to me, I'm starting to get the questions, what are we doing for your birthday, blah, 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 blah. And I said, honestly, I'm not doing anything, like nothing big. If I do anything, it'll be like last minute, collect just a few heads, maybe partners or something, tops, random dinner. I don't want any surprises. I don't want nothing. And one of my mates was like, because he went all out for his 40th last year, yeah? Hired a venue. That was lovely. But he went hard. He was planning this for like a year.
On your 30th.
No, like legit. You know this person too. But he was like showing me like catering menus and like, because he wanted it. He had a specific theme.
You'll soon, mate. Don't worry about that.
No, I don't know if I'm going to do it.
He had a theme from the start and he wanted to follow it all the way through from the music to the menu to like everything. You know what I mean? To the stylings. Like he was all out with it, right? Very, very grand, like sort of shit. Now, not pretentiousness, but just very attention to detail. And he got like, he pulled back when I said to him, no, I'm not going to do shit. He's like, what do you mean? But how?
How could you not?
And I said, honestly, man, I'll be honest. I don't have the money right now, and I won't by my birthday, to do something properly to your scale, like say as your event or what.
Yeah, it doesn't come cheap. That's right.
I go, nah, I've got other shit I need to pay for. I go, nah. I don't want to do it. I go, simple.
Fair enough, man.
And I can't think of 50 people that I would want to fill the room with. You know what I mean? If I went and saw just badass, like we all went out for a drink.
Yeah.
Call the boys up, go for a drink. Call, the guys from work. Call the guys. Yeah, we'll catch up. We'll have a drink. Like maybe. But I don't want nothing. Because
fair enough.
I can't do it. And I don't care. I actually don't give a shit at all, man. Because I've been to some 40th that were like just fucking dead in the ass, man. You know what I mean? You get there.
When it's BYO forks and BYO chairs and all that,
That's the extreme. That's the other end.
Nah.
Doesn't it make you angry? I'm like, what are you inviting me for?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
No. Either you invite and you do it properly, like you said, or you don't do it at all. I know I had a 50th when I did a 50th, and I'd like to think I did it how the theme for me was I wanted to reminisce and replicate what we did, talking about clubbing.
Yeah.
And it was a nightclub. And that what it was. We went to La-di-da, downstairs, open bar, drink your guts out.
Mad. It's just mad.
And that's what it was.
Man, I know people that go to birthdays and shit with like a bottle and they leave with it, man.
Hello.
I've heard of it.
Hello.
People have spotted it. Like,
that you better take. You know what I
be
mean?
there.
Hello.
I'll be there with a few people and it's like, man, did you geek fucking, what's his name leaving? Like, what do you mean? She left or whatever with the bottle. What?
Well, it's all
there's-
one on
there's-
left, like a literally like
Like, whatever's left in it.
fuck.
There's still
Nah,
thicker
man.
people out there.
No, not for me.
Can you, like, are people raised to be like that?
I don't know.
I don't think anyone would raise their kids to be like that. I don't know. Maybe it's just because we're Greeks, you know what I mean? And
Look, I mean, different cultures have different things.
but
man.
come
like,
on, man.
Like they'll be like, look,
you know,
a lot
to
of
be
people
honest-
do think like I'm cooking the barbecue.
I
You
don't
bring
think-
this, you bring that, you bring that. Like, I mean,
I
some
think
people
it's
do
a
bring
culture
that.
thing, what you're talking about. I think it's just, regardless of culture, you get random, you get good people and you get bad people, that
reckon?
type of thing.
Yeah, I think there's
it's
a bit
just-
of culture involved, man.
yeah, but look, man, if you're doing a Barbie, I'll say to you, what do I bring? And you might say to me, nothing, don't worry. Or you might say, all right, bring a bottle if you want it. Whatever, Or I'll tell you, I'm bringing a bottle. Or you know what? I'll say, Malaka, do you want me to bring tzatziki and a dip or a salad or something?
Yeah.
Depending on the event. If it's your birthday, probably
Oh,
I'll bring a bottle.
Yeah.
But if it's just a Barbie because we're having a Barbie, it's a different story.
People bring like a bottle of wine or like some chocolates just because they don't want to come empty-handed, and that's fine, man.
Yeah.
But I'm not
Yeah.
going to say you're making the salad, you're bringing the dessert,
Nah.
you're bringing the chops. I'll bring the electricity. You know what I mean? Like, nah,
Bring
man.
the electricity.
You know what I mean?
Generator.
Yeah, man. Like
Diesel.
I'll bring a solar panel.
yeah, correct. Like, nah, man. You don't do that. You don't do that, man.
I'll bring the gas bottle.
Yeah, man. Some people are like that, man.
You see the invites go viral where they're sharing, like, they're bringing meat to a Barbie. Bring your own meat. You wanna share a hot
yeah,
plate
some
with
people
someone
do
else.
say like I'll cook wings and sausages. If you want anything in particular, bring it. I've seen it before.
Yeah, but could you share a hot plate with someone else's meat, man?
But why invite them to a fucking barbecue? if
Look,
you're not going to.
from what I've noticed, if you're doing something because you're celebrating something, you're yourself or you're someone in your family or whatever.
Yeah.
Normally, maybe this is our cultural thing. You're hosting, you put it on for the people. That's it.
100%.
right?
Look, there's
However,
scenarios.
same culture, right? If it's just a group getting together and saying, how about we just do a get together, for the sake of it? I think even with Vicky, some of the girls occasionally would get together and go, we're going to do something. So it's not all loaded up on you.
Well,
they might go, we'll share the duties, we'll do a bit of this, bit of that.
Yeah,
and they do it
100%. That's a
together.
different story.
And that's a bit of old school, even like our wogs it.
Dude.
That's the only difference I see.
Mate, I remember-
if it's just a general gathering, they might share the stuff. But if it's more for a milestone celebration,
you
of
take it
mine or
on.
my kids or my partner or something, they go, nah, I'm celebrating, I'm inviting yous.
Yeah,
That's it,
100%. There's a number of times I'll have like a do at home, and I'll be like, "What do I bring?" It's like nothing. It's like no, and I'll be like, "Mate, fucking bring." I was fucking crazy about her tiramisu. It's like, mate, fucking nail that because there's some specific people that have got fucking,
You know what's funny?
amazing
Her
dishes.
balls.
Oh, the ball, yeah, the rum balls as well.
yeah,
there's
the truffle
there's,
balls,
There's
yeah.
a difference between that and then, or I'm going to host. But bring everything. Like,
You know what's funny? I'm thinking of like Greek philoxenia, right? And
Yeah, that's what we're getting at.
like
That's the whole
Greeks
point.
are like that, but at the same time, you get some of the biggest koroida. I was in a deli this week, trying to buy pecorino, and I was at the counter. I'm just waiting in line, and there's a jar next to like the cash register, and it just said charity jar or charity something. That's it. Like as in a hand-drawn label slapped on the jar. Who's donating to the mystery
was
charity?
there money there?
The mystery charity.
No shit. Charity to me. Literally. There's no.
There was nothing.
It's probably the most real fucking jar for charity. And,
Dude,
like, you know what I mean?
I've been with people in like random shops, yeah, where there was like a Middle Eastern shop or an Asian shop or whatever, and there'll be a cause jar there with like a photo of a dying kid or something. And I remember being in a Middle Eastern one with a Middle Eastern, and she's like, not that. I go, what does that say? Because I can't read Arabic. She goes, yeah, nah, man, I'm not donating to that shit. It was like a pro something. You know what I mean? Like,
forget it.
Pro militia or
yeah,
something.
yeah, something on the other side of the fence. I'm like, I get that. This was there's a Greek freaking deli.
Charity.
And it had a charity.
Did it actually, was it spelled correctly or did it say charity?
No. It said it right.
Cartula.
I couldn't stop laughing because I thought
Or
about
does it say fuck you lucky?
just Greeks. Is that Greek or is that not Greek, man?
Yeah,
100%
that's-
Greek.
Crazy.
Well, it could be anything.
That's like, yeah, that's hard.
with a picture of the owner doing this. Like, you
What
know.
do you say? But can you keep shopping there, knowing that that's the type
Yeah,
of
just
person this
don't
is?
put fucking.
I remember I went with my nephew a while back to, I can't remember which one it was some kebab place, whatever. And on the counter, they had again,
Yeah.
and these guys obviously doing the opposite, taking the piss. They go, donations for my next Porsche or something.
Yeah, they were straight up honest about it.
Yeah,
Man.
that's what I'm saying. It just goes, yeah, just.
That's tipping. I mean, do you tip on a regular meal?
Okay, hang on a second. Here's a fucking subject, man.
Yeah, that's a whole. That's enough for a whole freaking podcast.
I know, legit tipping, right?
My honest opinion, especially with us,
It's like I took a personal shot at
I'm
him.
quite happy to go, you pay, you do whatever, and if you genuinely got good service, I'd go, yeah, let's add extra decent.
But why?
They
But
like
hang on.
dance at the meal.
Why? So you order food, right?
Yeah.
And you pay for it straight away. Would you like to leave a tip? I haven't even got service yet.
Nah.
No, but that's
Different
so often.
I'm talking
Yeah,
about
different
we've gone
concept.
out to
Yeah.
dinner, we sit down, we order steaks.
I'm talking about a
food,
place where there's a
whatever.
menu with a paper.
That's
a
right.
Paper menu.
That's
We've
different.
ordered
But
food.
There's
we're
so
ordering
many
drinks,
more.
They come and serve
There's
us.
so
they do
many
this, do
more of like these restaurants where you pay before you get your meal.
Yeah,
and you ask for a tip.
No.
That. That's
No.
that. I don't believe in
No,
that.
that's
I reckon
crap.
that's
I'll
bullshit.
never leave a tip there.
Yeah,
Never.
that's
It's
like
ridiculous.
You're predetermining me just to give you money for what?
Exactly what Andrew said, and we've been out many times where we've had a good meal, good night, good food, and the
And
bill.
if it was genuinely shit night, I'd say, what are you, $100? Yeah,
Yeah,
take
take
$100
it.
and
But
shut
if
up.
it was,
Oh yeah, look.
I mean,
Dude, we went out for dinner not long ago. We went to dinner, and like I think the bill came to like, say for instance, it was actually something stupid that night.
Yeah, but there was
just
like,
say
what? Hang on, there was 2, 4, 6, 8 of us.
8 of us. I think it was like $1,200, or just under. I mean, if the service was good, you obviously round it up. So if it was like,
Yeah.
it was like
Yeah,
that's what we do.
$1,180, give them $1,200. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But
Oh, I might even
if
give
it
them another
says
50 or
it's
something,
it's $1,180, would you like to leave $200 tip before you even had your meal?
No.
Go get fucked. Are you
No.
serious?
No.
But it happens. Even though I'm sure if you didn't probably realise, we went to go to Palma. We just literally paid for our dinner. We haven't got the food yet. There was a tipping question, but the guy's probably like fast paced it because he's like, no one's going to leave a fucking tip because he's probably the smart one.
Yeah, but just because it's in the software, that's different.
But I'm sure you
We're
can turn
talking
that on
about
and
if
off.
the guy
I'm sure
working
you
is
can
just
turn
going,
that option on and off, saying to ask for tip. But anyway, yes, I agree with tipping after the service, but I don't agree with, because I think it follows
not
the American
pre-service.
structure where
Yeah, but
you
that's
tip.
like yes, you don't, man.
You know what I mean?
The American structure is different though, because their tipping is based on the fact that everyone gets paid dick.
Correct.
So the
Correct.
money made on the floor and tipping goes to everyone in the
But that's
restaurant.
what that system's there for.
Yeah,
for
we
that
don't
reason.
have wages like America.
Correct.
Not to that extreme.
We just have
Tax.
No, not tax.
plenty of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tax
I mean,
up.
if
Well,
again,
that's what, dude, you just said you could go and drink to this Butanas for $50 back in the 80s. Once they brought in the tax on the pre-drinks, on the premixes, that was it. That was done. That's when alcohol got expensive. You couldn't do it anymore.
yeah, man, you go to, like, say, for instance, Greece or Spain, you pay for probably a bottle of Grey Goose.
Schooner, $16. Beer.
Is that what it is now?
Yeah, off the tap.
Is that what it is now?
16.
16.
Where? $16.
Dude, you can buy a slab for like 40.
A six-pack of Carlton Dries is $20. A six-pack is $20. You can buy a schooner for 16.
You serious?
What's a schooner? Like 1.7
Hang on,
drinks or something?
You got a pot? A pint
Pots.
is 2 pots, isn't it?
Yeah. And then the
Well, where does the schooner
Schooners in
fit in?
between.
Oh, no, the pint. I think it's the pint.
It's nice.
There's
What
a
about
pint,
the pint, which is 2 pots.
2 pots, but still.
$16. It's still expensive.
Still way expensive, man.
The footy, you expect to pay $12 a beer.
Maybe it was public holiday rates.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that's another.
But
That's when you actually have a few drinks, man. At public holidays. Like,
they make their money.
You know, it's like, oh, you better have a drink on a Wednesday because it's cheaper. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Beat up and get blind.
yeah, man,
On a
it's
Wednesday
cheaper. Like, you know,
I told you, if you were offered Tuesday nights $12, open bar. You'd be
If you can find the $50 one, I'm pretty
Tight
sure.
ass Tuesday.
Hang on. There are, what do they call them? Like bottomless brunches where they have.
Yeah,
like,
but it's all like Sauvignon Blanc and shit.
Are you sure it's not like anything?
I don't know. It wouldn't be anything fresh hot.
Come on, man.
Yeah, we're going to be drinking Grey Goose.
Oyster Bay shit.
Yeah, you will be on next couple of months. Sorry about you.
No one else does that though. Bottomless drinks, like, you know,
Bottomless brunches.
Like you're
Yeah, but
saying.
as things started getting more expensive,
Yeah, but-
those things started getting phased out.
Now
as
they
well,
don't do them, period.
Yeah.
Oh, there is some nights, but you're paying a premium. Like, I think there's like, say for instance, New Year's, you pay $200, but then.
Yeah, but you're drinking piss and you're lining up waiting for drinks.
Correct.
Yeah.
Buy a decent bottle for $200 and stay home.
And don't forget, they finish, if it's 12, by 12:01, you're out the door.
Yeah.
Just literally.
Sorry, last drinks. It's 10:30.
Yeah. It's New Year's. Last drinks, I said.
Read the fine print.
And we've been to a few venues where you know, you're paying premium.
Mate,
12:01.
I had better nights
Absolutely.
buying a decent bottle or two for probably like, again, like, $80 a pop for a bottle. You have a couple of mates over, and I'll probably have a way better night than you go fucking spend your fucking $200 a ticket. You know, it's just
but
fucking.
we've had the same conversation that we used to go out a lot, and we'd go to venues, some good, some not so good, this and that, and then we found
It's all about the paella, man.
Oh yeah, but we found that doing stuff. Not that we don't want to go out to a nice restaurant or cafe or do something, whatever, but we found getting together at home.
Best.
Whether we order food or whether we, whether it's, again, I'll bring up, Mike Giddo, how she used to put on the spreads and that. Just get in there, no limits, no worry about anything.
The
they're
best.
just way better.
They are.
100%.
And we'll probably do more of that, moving forward too.
I think we have been.
100%, man. Mate, as I said, there's nothing wrong getting a couple of pizzas, having a few drinks, playing pool or whatever. We're just hanging out, listening to music.
And watching Three
talking.
Stooges.
And watching Three Stooges.
Correct.
Which is what we're going to do on
Can
the
we
next
do it?
one.
I was just going to say, yeah.
You're in.
No,
We're going to do it.
I'm locking
100%
myself
we're going to
in.
do it.
You're in. You're in the door, man. You're in the door.
I haven't watched Three
We should watch it in here.
since-
We're going to do it.
Watch it in
We're
there.
going to do it on my house. It's going to be maybe the next pool night, and we'll do
Done.
Stooges as well.
Stooges.
Playing at the same time.
I'll Uber it down.
Dude, no. You don't understand. The Three Stooges, when I think about it, I think about the house I grew up in, sitting in the living room, man, and watching them.
Only if there's some Get Smart involved.
We can do that.
We'll
I'll
start the
dig
box
it
set.
up. I'll dig it up. Don't worry.
YouTube, are you serious?
Hello, I'm Mr. Ed.
Oh my god. Fucking hell. Didn't they put like
Wilbur.
peanut butter or something on his lip to do that?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter or whatever.
Yeah, and they used
Hello.
to
Yeah.
massage the gums, and that's how it made it look like it.
Fucking hell, man.
Oh, so it'd be.
Yeah, it was like the. Hello.
You know what trips me out? We'll close on this because we're sitting nearly 3 hours. All right. I was just going to say, Mr. Ed, you look at Mr. Ed now, and it's like, what the fuck am I watching, right? when did Mr. Ed come out? It was black and white.
Late
50s,
mid-50s.
That early. 50s? Oh, yeah.
maybe late 50s, 60s.
Okay, hang on. This is
Do
good.
the old-
This
do
is
the old
actually
girl.
good.
Hey, Siri.
In your perception, what year did Mr. Ed come out?
All right, if I had to pluck a number, I'll say late 50s.
Yeah, same here.
61 was the first season.
Well, there you go.
Okay, so pretty on the money.
That's not far. Yeah.
That was 60 years ago.
Wilbur.
We're looking at it now, and even when I was a kid, I was like, what the fuck? It's a talking horse.
Yeah.
Scat that.
63 years
But-
ago, man.
What do you reckon the reaction was of Mr. Ed in the 60s? Fuck.
Huge.
Huge. Didn't they have like the lunch boxes of him and shit as well?
Yeah, man.
Huge.
Oh, I can't remember.
That was innovation beyond, man. In 60 years, we had Elvis making women faint and Mr. Ed cracking up like people all over the world.
I'm gonna get you, Hogan.
Oh, Hogan's
I think
Heroes.
it'll be later.
I'm gonna get you, Hogan.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's amazing what we perceive as like incredible or entertaining in a span of 60 years. 60 years, man. It's
60
one decade.
years,
It's one
3 gens.
3 gens, yeah. You know what I mean?
That's
Mr.
insane.
Red was like shutting shops down, man. Like legit. And now we've got AI where we're faking entire people tap dancing across water. And it's like, yeah, big deal.
That's insane, though, man. Like, I mean, there's nothing. There's nothing left where you can AI is pretty much the next level.
Yeah, but I bet you these guys thought there was nothing left when they first saw the Apple IIe and the turtle doing the line. Or Prince of Persia.
And then he's brought his dining table here.
Yeah,
Now we've got the dining table.
No, the Nokia with the snake game.
Yeah, that was revolutionary.
That's so funny.
No, but you know what I mean?
But they had the
Yeah,
they had the fucking
Mate, go beyond that. What about with the very first phones we used to carry?
The carry version.
The other tradies had it.
Did you have that? You guys didn't have that.
No, I didn't have one of those, but I had the.
You know, anyone who had
Did you have
the carry case one?
Who had it?
I still remember some TV show.
There were thousands.
Music videos, and they had the full phone in the car.
Oh, yeah, the car phone.
And then
Car
a little
phone,
CRT as well. The little CRT.
Car phones were, up until 20 years ago.
You reckon?
Not
I don't
20,
remember when
not
the car
20.
phones died. I remember the ads for
Well, I can tell you. It was about
Anyone with a
2004.
car phone?
That's him.
A previous
built into the car.
Yeah.
previous employee, a place that I used to work for a long time.
Yeah.
Every van had a car phone.
I'm just picturing the old movies.
Hardwired.
Yeah.
Are you talking about the CB?
No, I'm not talking about
car
that.
phone.
Car phone.
When I was at Optus, the original site where I was, that was in the back. It was the official installation bay where we had trained techs. The people would drive their cars in, book them in, get the car phones custom fitted in the car.
Correct.
Wow, man.
I can't.
But don't forget.
Now it's Apple CarPlay.
And then that evolved into custom fitted car kits where, you'd have your phone.
The little speaker up on the...
But to dock your phone.
I remember the dock
So
and
it
the
used to be
speaker.
car phones.
Yeah, the
And then that
speaker.
evolved into car kits. So it's still custom fitted stuff, but now you just put your phone in there.
And then Bluetooth.
Yeah.
That's true, man. Fucking hell.
Bluetooth
But
has changed.
that's not a big space between. That was pretty quick. From
Yeah, because
car phone.
technology
to-
always gets quicker and quicker,
Yeah.
man. That's just how it is. It's like with computer hardware, it always doubles.
Yeah, it's true.
8-bit, 16-bit.
Snowballs.
Yeah.
Snowballs.
It just gets worse and worse. And that's why.
I think next will be, I guess, implanted phones. I don't know.
Well, they've already done the Neuralink
Yeah.
shit with Musk. Anyway.
True.
All right, guys, I'm just going to say it. It's nearly 3 hours.
Perfect.
I think I'm done.
Wrap it up.
This guy's going to eat the microphone.
No, I'm done. Legit.
Why would I
Because you
even-
haven't had dinner, I'm saying.
You like listening. You like a bit of growling, do you? Fucking...
Hold up.